and gentlemen, and welcome to Book It Talk Show. I'm Sarah, our host. Today we'll be interviewing Rush Revere from the book Rush Revere and the Brave Pilgrims, author Rush Limbaugh. Welcome.
Thank you, Sarah. It's very nice to be here.
So, Mr. Revere, you are here so we can ask you some things about your journey on the Mayflower back in 1620.
Yes, even though I am from the 21st century, I had time traveled to the year 1620 with two students of mine and my horse Liberty to learn about the Pilgrims.
I may be wondering how you time traveled, but we have to get started. So, Mr. Revere, why did the Pilgrims want to leave England?
Well, the king was very unfair, and if you didn't believe the same things that he did, you would be sent to jail. And most people riding the Mayflower were religious, but if you thought differently, you couldn't be religious at all.
Wow, the king was tough on them, so they left. I would have done the same. So, what was it like leaving England for them, and how could so many passengers fit on one boat?
Well, some adults had to leave their children in England since they thought it was too dangerous. It was hard for them to leave their families. Also, there were about 102 passengers on one boat, but there were supposed to have been two boats. The second, called the Speedwell, sunk before they could leave, so they were all put on the Mayflower. The Mayflower was quite big, but cramped, especially the sleeping quarters. I hit my head because of the low ceiling.
Well, I know for sure I wouldn't be able to survive on the Mayflower for one day. All right, question 4. Was there a captain of the Mayflower? If so, who?
Yes, there were several leaders, but these two that I've grown to like: William Bradford, a good friend of mine and a brilliant leader, and Miles Standish, excellent at combat, and he had saved my student Tommy from falling overboard during a big storm.
Wow, the captains must have been very brave. I couldn't be a Mayflower captain. Anywho, now for questions 5 and 6. How did they build houses, and what house did William Bradford live in?
Well, we had cut down trees for wood to build houses, but it took a long time. So only 7 houses were built. And as far as I know, William Bradford lived in the common house.
Well, you certainly couldn't go online for a realtor and buy a house for them. Questions 7 and 8. What was winter like for them, and how much food did they have for winter?
Well, winter can be put in these two words: harsh and cold. And another thing, a lot of people died during this season. A little more than half the Pilgrims died.
Huh. Well, they couldn't really walk up to McDonald's and ask for a hamburger. Anyway, finally, questions 9 and 10. How was the Thanksgiving feast? And overall, what trait would best sum up the Pilgrims?
Well, the feast was amazing. It's the best food I've had in quite a while. And as for the Pilgrims, I'd say what sums them up is brave. Yes, the Pilgrims were very brave.
Well said today, Mr. Revere. That will be all. Ladies and gentlemen, Rush Revere.
Thank you.
My personal opinion of this book is I thought it was exhilarating, since there are a lot of things in this book that are exciting, and I got to learn some things I didn't know about the time of the Pilgrims. So if you want to know the adventures Rush has in between, you want to find out reading Rush Revere and the Brave Pilgrims. But also, make sure to stay in tune with Book It Talk Show.